Alright guys, so this is going to be my video this week. Just get my notes up here. I wanted to say it's kind of a cop-out video, but kind of not. It's going to serve a purpose for this channel. Because one, it's going to keep me in check, keep me liable, keep me wanting to keep a schedule. So this should be up on Sunday. But I kind of just wanted to give you guys an idea of who I am, what the channel is, what to expect from the channel. Setting expectations for myself, so I could stick to that, and then you guys will know what to expect when you see one of my videos pop up. There's a couple different things that I'd like this channel to be, and I'll get into that later. But first, about me. My name's Josh, and I love video games of all kinds, like super big, wide variety. The channel you are watching, it's named Khalatiir. That's how you say it. I've heard different pronunciations of it, but it's not a word you see or a name you see often. And it is my gamer tag on most platforms, but you don't see it that often because where I got it from is actually from an orc fighter that I created for a D&D campaign. I had an old gamer tag. It might be on some things still. You might see it somewhere, but JRams55, that was my old gamer tag. I just got tired of the numbers and it being pretty much my name. So I went with Khalatiir. A little bit of background about myself is throughout high school, I was heavily involved in music and theater. And then I went to college for theater, and now I work as a technical director and love to work in the technical side of the field. What else do I got here? Let's talk a little bit about my history with video games. My first console was the PS2, and to this day, I have a vague but also vivid, I know that doesn't make sense, memory of the first time having an interest in video games. And it was when I was watching my dad play the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2. And I just thought it was awesome. He let me try it, and then it took off from there. Growing up, we still had a PS2, and I played with my little brothers. We played all sorts of games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 2003 cartoon. Love that cartoon. Love that game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Guitar Hero 3, Sonic Heroes, Ultimate Alliance, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. And those are just a couple of the games that we loved playing as kids with my brothers. We had a blast. PS2 really had a big selection of games and a big catalog, and we didn't play every game, but we played quite a bit, whether it be renting them from like Family Video or Blockbuster or whatever at the time. But those days are in the past, and now I primarily play games on my Xbox Series S and my PC, which I have all right here. Down there, I have a PS2 and some games with the TV over there, but I think it should work with my capture card I use for my Xbox. And then in the living room, I have a PS5 and a Nintendo Switch. So I do a lot of gaming. I have obviously mobile games as well on my phone, but mobile gaming industry is real, and maybe that's a topic we'll get into later. But moving on, I mentioned that my gamer tag and the name of this channel comes from a D&D character I created. So I wanted to follow up with some interests I have outside of video games, specifically nerdy ones. So tabletop role-playing games like D&D, I played Call of Cthulhu. Was a Kickstarter for the Avatar tabletop role-playing game. I haven't completed a campaign yet, but me and my friends, we got together and did like a Sesh character creation type thing, but we never really put together or put aside time to play that game, but I do want to. With my background in theater, I really love the storytelling and improv aspects of Dungeons and Dragons. I also like to get together with my friends and play Magic the Gathering. That's another nerdy hobby, collection and playing. And then with my wife and my friends and everyone we kind of hang out with in person, we like playing all sorts of board games and things like that. Another interest I have is comic books. I've been recently going through Marvel Unlimited and reading a whole bunch of Marvel stuff that I missed out on because I didn't really pick up comic books as a kid. We kind of just watched like the Marvel movies when they came out and TV shows, cartoons. But I'm really loving getting into comics. I read the Ultimate Fantastic Four from the 2000s, and I'm currently reading as they come out on Marvel Unlimited the new Ultimates and the Venom War event that's going on. Some less nerdy hobbies and interests I have is sports. I like watching sports like basketball, NBA, NFL. Every time there's Olympics, I'm tuning in. I also like getting outside and doing some casual sports with my friends, playing pickleball, blitzball, darts, things like that. And of course, when we're outside, we take my dog Khonshu, who you guys met in last week's video, but maybe we'll get you a better look sometime soon. Next, I want to get into some games that I play. Like I said, I enjoy a broad variety of games, but there's some mainstays that I kind of default to whenever I feel like gaming and don't really know what I want to play. But specifically one that comes to mind for that is Skate 3. I can just get on there anytime and just have a blast. But Marvel Rivals is a huge one lately. I've been obsessed with it, playing hours and hours of it. It's pretty bad how addicted I am to it. Most people who play shooters are playing Marvel Rivals right now, but I like to switch it up with Rocket League. I played a lot of that. Clone Hero, Minecraft. Those are just some staples in my life this past couple of years and whatnot. Split Fiction came out, a week ago, the day I'm recording this, and we finished our playthrough of that in 63 hours after it released. And it was awesome. I love that game. But I'm not really playing it actively, but I probably will revisit it soon. More often than not, we, as in my friend group, we share upcoming or games that we find with each other, especially if they're multiplayer, and just give them a try every once in a while. When I don't really have anything particular looking, or when I don't have any game in particular I want to play, I always check out Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus for new games to try. I think I can more efficiently express my likes of video games through their genres. I love indie games, roguelikes and roguelites, fighters, platformers, shooters, sandbox games, rhythm games, sports games, RPGs, and co-op adventure and strategy games. I'm sure I'm missing some genres I love, but I do need to point out one thing. I intentionally didn't include Souls-like games because I've tried a few, and while the art's awesome and really cool world building, I just can't get past how demanding and punishing the gameplay is, but maybe one day I'll get into it and have a video about it. Next and last thing I want to lay out for you guys are some goals that I have for myself for the channel and what you guys can expect. I have big aspirations and dreams for this channel, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm seeking immediate fame and for this thing to blow up. My main want for this channel is to have an outlet for me to create and talk about video games, which is something I have a big passion for. But not only that, I want it to be a place where people can come together and have meaningful conversation and just a platform to express how you feel about video games. I hope to cover a wide variety of games, ranging from some that aren't popular indie games to, what's in the mainstream. I want to have a couple different types of videos to start these discussions, like, gameplay. While I'll have some gameplay videos of me and my friends just playing around. You shouldn't come to my channel or watch one of my videos expecting to see top tier, best of the best gameplay, because it's hard to be very good at a video game when you don't put hours and hours and hours and hours into a game specifically. Let me rephrase. I put hours and hours and hours into video games. That's why I think for my channel, covering a broader range is better. So yeah, I'll have some gameplay times where I'm just having fun with my friends, or just, maybe some funny moments. I want to do video essays on a specific video game, a genre itself, or maybe even the industry. I want to do yap sessions like this. This will be the first one in my yap sessions category, where I kind of just sit here and talk to you guys, my audience, about video games. Less about me, but more about video games, and just kind of this will be more of like gaming news, rants, or things like that. Oh, and one other thing is kind of like challenges, like my video I had last week, kind of like, introducing my wife to things in the video game world, or maybe some fun, goofy games or challenges with my friends that aren't necessarily us playing a video game. So recapping that, I want to have rant sessions like this one, where it'll just be me and you. Maybe there's some gameplay where you can just put it in the background and listen to me yap about video games, current situations, less focused idea. I'm going to have to recap this again. So, rant sessions, unfocused, yapping. Deep dive, video essay like videos. Gameplay / funny moments, don't expect the best of the best gameplay. I'm not that skilled in anything. I'm kind of mid. And then last but not least, some challenges about video games with my friends. Trivia, things like that. What I don't want this channel to become is a channel about one game and one game only. Because that, just how I am, having something about one game will seriously induce burnout. I know that it's going to be challenging for this channel to grow, and I'm not concerned with that. If this channel never sees more than, how many subscribers do I have already? 20. If this channel never sees more than 30 subscribers, I won't care, as long as I have somewhere to put this video out. And hopefully the people that are subscribed are going to have conversations about the game that I'm covering in that video, or the genre, or the industry. I know it'll be challenging, but that's what I want to expect of this, because I can't, in full faith, dedicate this channel to just one video game, because I don't like sitting down and playing one video game for more than 1 or 2 weeks at a time. It's just not me. But I want a place that fosters open conversations about whatever is happening in the gaming industry, or the genre, or in a single game at that time. One of my favorite parts of gaming is how it brings people together across distances. It creates friendships, and you can nurture friendships through video gaming. And I have a group of guys that I usually play with that they may or may not make appearances. It just depends on how they feel about it. But I just want to share my passion for video games with you guys, and maybe they'll make appearances. Maybe my wife will be here. Who knows? Another expectation for this channel is the editing style. It's, for the most part, oh my gosh, he's yapping. Kashu. For the most part, the editing in this channel will not be a professional grade, because I want to do it myself, so I can keep all the charm in, and I'm comfortable with making jokes about myself. So I want it to be me, and that's how the editing is going to be. It's going to be corny at times, but that's who I am. The only exception will be for like video essay type videos. I want those to be more professional and presentable, presenting facts, and in that situation, I should be analyzing stuff, so it will be more informative than goofy like the rest of the channel will be. Anyways, guys, I've been yapping. I don't know what the edited time for this is going to be. Hopefully, not too much different. I feel like I did pretty good today. Oh, here we go. I'm going back. Another expectation is that I want to better myself in making content, because with my theater background, I have a tendency to want to entertain and become campy. And sometimes I will slip into that, but you guys are going to have to forgive me. I'm reading a script. I typed out a script, but I'm trying to keep these rant sessions unscripted. These are kind of just bullet points. So I haven't been reading. It's also hard for me to look at a camera because in my entire training in theater, I've been acting to people right in front of me. You guys are just a camera right there. So I'll get used to it. But anyways, I've been yapping. I'm going to get out of here. I don't know how long the edited piece will be, but I shouldn't be cutting too much out of it because that's how I want to keep these types of videos. This will be the first video in my Yap Sesh playlist. But yeah, this video should be out on Sunday. I want to hold myself liable to keep pushing, keep making content, and being accountable so I can actually maybe get this off the ground. All right, guys. Peace out.